Okay, so okay, I got 2 more slides. So in this slide, I list what are the instruments, okay, that can be used by government, okay, to rectify the failures in free market. So the taxes, royalties, fees, okay, some okay, tax exemption, for example, grant, subsidies, transfer payment, credit instrument. Okay, in category of trade, government can impose import or export tariff, license. They want it to be. They want to limit the producers. They can set quota. For example, we will only export this amount. We limit to this amount maximum. They can ban embargoes. They can make a preferential treatment of the domestic and foreign suppliers. See, this is how the government affect the market. Yeah, in terms of administration, government can buy ownership of energy company. They provide services. They can regulate in terms of price and volume control, like a price of gasoline, for example. They can regulate the market, monopoly right, anti-cartel legislation. They can regulate environmentally, okay, and they can impose technical regulation as well. And government can also do research, funding. The government can fund public and private sectors to do research for development, and can collaborate with another country. Okay, but another perspective, okay, this different perspective. So when government interfere with free market economy, it's only offer the possibility of efficiency allocation. So this is just that kind of intervention, the one here. It is a modality. Modality means those might be, okay, they might be success, they might be failures. Nobody knows. So we got an ideality of the market. Producer and consumer are not happy with the condition, so government interfere. But still, the intervention of government, it doesn't guarantee success. Okay, and not all of them desirable, really wanted, and not all of them effective. Why? Because of confounding failures. Confounding failures mean that your intervention doesn't solve the problem entirely, because that problem is linked with others. For example, we want, okay, to support the economy, for example, government, many government, what I know, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, they have a policy of subsidy, okay, subsidy of the fuel price. That's why here in Brunei, the cost of gasoline is more expensive than cost of bottled water. Yeah, but the thing is, it is not really solve the economic problem, because it will create another problem. There's some of criminals, they will go. It's happening in Indonesia. So some fishermen, instead of catching the fish, they sell the subsidized fuel in the middle of the ocean with the other fishermen from different countries, where actually they don't apply subsidy. That is one, for example. Also, I would say the fuel subsidy only benefit people who own the car. How about people who doesn't own the car? Why government preference in giving subsidy is to the rich, for example? The same thing to the electricity and the tariff system. For example, remember that public goods is belong to everyone with equal right. Okay, so now when you give an electrical pricing, like for example 1 meter, okay, what I understand. So 1 meter you can top up every month with the lowest price, 600 kilowatt hour for $6. But in 1 meter, there can be family of 20 people. I mean, I talk to the extreme. And it can be a family of 1 people, a single man who owned a house. And then why the privilege given to the 1 single family man or 1 single family woman is then 20 times more than a family with 20 members. You see, this is called as confounding failures. So a failures in economy that actually the link, and then it happened to, and it happens. So that to almost everything I can think of. Okay, another thing is that sometimes it can lead to economic inefficiency. Okay, so for example, tax and subsidy schemes. Tax and subsidy schemes, for example, since the price of gasoline is so low, so people will, I mean, they don't control the consumption because it costs nothing. They don't control the consumption. Then the traffic is higher than expected, maybe. So those are the things. So it is not easy actually to interfere with the free market economy. Okay, sometimes it's just fail. It's just fail. For example, I can give you example in Indonesia. In Indonesia, one of the highest consumer of fossil fuel is actually agriculture, because there are a lot of farm that require fertilizer. And then one of the ingredient of fertilizer is from natural gas to make urea fertilizer. And government will probably, government will sell 2 types of fertilizer: subsidized fertilizer and non-subsidized fertilizer, which is like 5 times more expensive. So it's 80% subsidy. So that's the how the Indonesian government tried to make policy, but it failed. It failed spectacularly because the subsidized fertilizer reached the farmer very late, where actually the farmer don't need it. You see, they have a season where they can plant the rice paddy. But by the time they need that fertilizer, the subsidized is not there. So the outcome of supporting the food economy is not achieved. For example, sometimes intervention is not motivated by the efficiency. So they don't want to fix the problem. It can be just a democracy. It can be the intervention is to especially in democracy, is to get the vote. They give a lot of subsidy because of the vote. They want the vote, and it's happened to many developing countries. In Brunei, you don't need to vote, so it doesn't happen here. But in Indonesia, we got an election from a kepala kampung till the president. We got an election. And then some of the government intervention, especially when a party, the ruling party, now they got a power of government, they will do intervention benefiting not for the sake of efficiency allotment, the efficiency allotment of the market, but just to get the heart of the people.